Hi everyone, my name is Crystal and I'm back with a new video. So yeah, hi, hello, how are you? I'm back with a new video as you can tell from the title. It's a glowy makeup look, so yeah. The contacts I'm wearing are not from Olens but Lenstown. It's the It's Water series in the color brown. I got these from a Singapore IG page, so they bring in Korean lenses in, so I'll put their information and IG handle down in the description bar below. So when doing makeup, actually, I think a lot of people don't realize how much of a difference Korean lenses or just lenses in general make. So not only do they enlarge your eye, but they also change the entire look to it, like the color and all that. So this is the Colourpop Precision Brow Pencil. Originally, when I did the look on my IG, I did not use this pencil, but the Colourpop Brow Boss pencil. Unfortunately, I ran out of it, so I had to use this. And to be completely honest, I do not like this pencil. It's very waxy and creamy, yeah, but problem is that it gives a very Instagram brow kind of thing, which I don't really look for or achieve for. I prefer the Brow Boss pencil because it looks really natural and that your eyebrows but better and not like, you know, my brows have been obviously drawn on kind of look. So yeah. Next, I'm using the Colourpop Brow Gel, and actually I like this one because this one is it gives that fluffy look to it, which I think a lot of people have been trying to achieve for that runway model kind of look. Very fluffy, very textured kind of look to it. Makes my non-existent brows, you know, makes it look like it's alive for once. Fake it till you make it. Alright, so now I'm actually gonna be using my 13 Rushes travel brushes. What a tongue twister! And I'll be using this one, which is the Blemish Buster. So it's just basically a pointy tip small brush, concealer brush. Sorry. And just gonna take my CosRX Clear Fit Spot Concealer. This is meant for spot concealing pimples and all that. As you can see, I have a friend named Joe on my cheek. So yeah, I want to cover Joe up because he's ugly and yeah. So on the back of my hand, I'm just taking the thinnest and even layer out. And I'm just gonna apply it on Joe and also all the redness on my face. So recently I've been breaking out quite a bit, so yeah. I put some on my top of my eyebrows as well because for some apparent reason I have redness over there, so yeah. Actually, concealing the redness around your nose is actually very important as well because it just makes your skin clearer in general, even if you don't plan on applying foundation or whatsoever. Putting some on the corners of my lips because I have some like darkness going on around there. It's weird, but whatever. Now taking my Beauty Blender Wonder Blender from Shop Miss A. This is the black one in the, I'm not too sure what is it called, but I'll put the link down below for you to check it out. It's $1.42 for Singapore and for Singapore currency, but I think for $1.42 it does a decent job. Next, I'm using the Etude Double Lasting Serum Foundation in the shade Sand. I actually really like this foundation because it gives really that second skin look and that glass skin look to it. It's very liquidy as you can tell, but I really enjoy it, and gives that my skin but better, not like the double lasting original one, which was kind of cakey, to be completely honest. Plus the shade is much better than the original one. It's much yellower in tone, so for me, those typical, you know, Chinese olive yellow skin tone, it works well for me. Now blending it out with my beauty blender. To be completely honest, if you're using like aiming for really that glass skin look, you actually should use like a flat top foundation brush, so that you know it's the thinnest layer and like the makeup will sit nicely and evenly on your skin and not look cakey. But I'm just lazy and I just want to use a sponge, so So now bringing you in closer, and you can see that wow, my skin really looks like skin and not so red and dead. Yeah, it sits well on the skin, very well. That glowy glass skin look, very youthful vibes to it. And I'm actually gonna be taking a little bit more foundation just to cover up the red ugly ass Joe on my on my face. So yeah. Next time I'm gonna conceal. I'm taking the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer and the Colourpop No Filter Matte Concealer. I'm in the shade Swan for Too Faced and Light 18 for Colourpop. So I'm taking the Colourpop one first because it's slightly darker and yellower in tone, to just, you know, a little bit of color correctingness going on for my under eye, because my under eye circles are really dark. Super dark. Followed by going in with the Too Faced concealer in Snow, just to brighten things up. And I don't know why, but the smell of the Too Faced concealer smells really good. I don't know why, I just can't stop sniffing it. Am I addicted? Maybe. Most probably. But I plan on picking on like a darker shade because I feel like it's a bit too bright for me, so yeah. I actually really enjoy the Too Faced concealer because it's a very hydrating formula and it sits very well on under eyes as well. So after that, I'm just gonna use my fingertips to just pat out the concealer and make sure when I set it later on there is no creasing or, you know, wrinkles, you know, to it. So next up, I'm actually gonna use the powder, which is the Essence Brightening Banana Powder. I actually enjoy this powder a lot. It actually really blurs out the pores and makes it look so airbrushed that it's like pause, we don't know her kind of thing. Taking the 13 brushes again in the powder puff brush and just lightly setting my face. I set my entire face with this powder because I'm not too anal about how, you know, it looks, I guess. I'm even saying, gosh, I just don't really care. It just sets my face perfectly and it, you know, fits my skin tone as well. Next up is blush. I'm taking the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Party. So this is a very nudie pink blush that's very wearable. I think it suits a lot of skin tones. And I'm taking a 13 brushes in Cheeky Shader Brush. This one can be used as a contour, a blush, and even a highlight. Even I let my mom use it as a highlight sometimes, yeah. But I prefer using it as blush. It's a very densely packed brush, to be completely honest. A little bit too dense to my liking, but so I just take some, and you can see it's a bit too much of blush over there, so what I do is I just knock off the excess and just tap off the excess on my hand. and I just apply. So how I apply my blush is like I literally just try to wrap it around my whole entire face. So from the cheek to the cheekbone, and sometimes even to the temples or the corner of my eye even. So I feel like I've applied a bit too much of blush, so what I do is I just take the powder brush again, and I just not picking up any extra powder whatsoever. I just, you know, lightly dust off the blush, because you know, you have a little bit of excess product on your brush, and I just, you know, want to knock it off. And despite the fact I just veiled it off, I still want to put on more blush. You can't really go wrong with blush nowadays, so the more the merrier. Next up, I'm taking the Colourpop, I don't know what brush is this, gosh. It's a big fan brush, so what I like to use this for is the contour, which you're going to do here, which is using the Too Cool for School Art Class by Rodin Contour Trio. Oh, there's a lot of product. And I just knock off the excess and just tap off a lot of the excess on my hand, and we just go to town and start contouring. So you start to contour the jawline and also around your forehead kind of thing, underneath your cheekbones. Make my cheekbones come to life. So yeah, don't forget to you know, really contour your jaw area, because I see some people, they really do forget to contour their jaw, and it just looks really weird because it doesn't really blend and look good. Next is highlighting. So the AOA Studio highlighter brush. Oh, this highlighter brush is amazing for $1.42. It's amazing, it's wonderful, it's great. Pick it up if you can. And I'm taking the Amrezy highlighter. I know this is a discontinued item, but I can't help but use it every single day. It's really, really good. This highlighter, it gives that very second skin glow, which it's being advertised as second skin glow, which I agree. You can't apply like too much highlighter in this case. Yeah. So next is the Proof 10 eye primer from Etude House. I'm just priming my eyelids, and this is supposedly a dupe for the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, and it's like 1/3 the price. So why not? Yeah. Just patting out the eye primer and just making sure it dries. So now we're gonna choose the oh no, lots of brushes, just lots of brushes. I'm actually gonna be using the Norvina palette here. Yep, and mostly using the Norvina palette, and just yeah. Taking an AOA Studio E129 brush. This is from the Paw Paw collection, and I'm just taking the shade Incense and putting it all over my eyes, including your crease. Nowadays, I don't really do the look where, you know, you gotta put a transition color in your crease and yada yada yada. No, I just smack one color all over my lid. Because at least for my eye shape, at least I don't really have a crease. No, it's not the right one. I mean, like, when I apply shadows in the crease, it doesn't really look that great. I just feel that it's either too little or too much. You can either see it, or there's too much and it's just too like smoky by the end of it. So yeah, applying it all over the lid and the under eye just gives a very natural look, which isn't really that natural at the end of it. I just like to use it to, you know, set my primer. Next, taking a MAC 271S brush. It's a really small, really mini tapered brush, and I'm taking it on Volatile. I actually really like this brush in it, and just putting it like doing a halo eye. So you just put it on the outer third of your eyes and the inner third of your eye. So what this will do is actually give like definition to your eye, and I'm just blending it into the crease a little bit, and just making sure the shadow looks good. Anastasia's formula for mattes, they just blend like a dream. Like, they do just blend like nobody's business. A little bit of product goes a long way, so remember to knock off the excess. Next I'm going into the shimmer shade, which is the shade Summer. I'm taking a Sigma flat shader brush. Just take any flat shader brush that's very densely packed, and just picking up some product, and you just press it down on your lid. Oh, look at that. I love Anastasia. This is my first Anastasia palette, and I just love it so much. The formula for shadows are just creamy, amazing, blend like a dream. I want to collect all of them now. Next up, I'm going in the shade Passion, which is this really dark reddy shade. I'm actually blending it as close to the lash line, just giving a little bit of definition, but to be completely honest, you can't really see much, so yeah. Anyway, I'll be taking Volatile again, and just defining the inner corner and out in the lower part again. Yeah. I really like this MAC brush because it's small enough for my Asian eyes to blend and take product in. Yeah. So anyway, taking into the shade Dreamer, which is, this shade is really weird. It's just like it's wet to the touch, and I'm just putting it in my inner corner on a really mini Etude House brush. So I actually, at this point, I realized that I actually had put too much inner corner highlight. So for my left eye, correct, yeah, left eye. So what I did was I took my MAC brush, 271S brush, and I just, not picking up any extra product, I just took the brush and just buff it out slightly, since the brush already had some product on it. Right, so then after that, I cleaned the brush on a tissue because I'm wretched. And after that, I'm taking the Tartelette in Bloom palette. You can just pick any brown shade, you know, doesn't have to be the Tartelette palette. And you just define the lash line. So what I do is that I define the whole lash line, not only just like the inner third, 1/3 kind of thing, just the whole lash line. Yeah. Like I said, you don't have to use the Tartelette in Bloom. Just get any dark brown eyeshadow that you own and just use it. Yeah. So I'm gonna curl my lashes now. I use this, I think it's a Shiseido brush color kind of thing. I'm not sure. This is just my mom's eyelash color she gave to me. So yeah. Oh, RMK brush color. Yeah. And then I'm taking the Majolica Long mascara. This was gifted to me by my friend who went to Japan. So yeah, thank you, love you. So yeah. And this mascara is not, say, voluminizing, more of like, as the name suggests, long, so it lengthens your lashes to the heavens, but not so much on the voluminous side to it. I prefer really like natural lashes. I don't really want those Instagram like, oh, those lashes can take off by its own kind of look. So yeah, I just prefer natural lashes. And then I just apply some mascara, nothing too crazy on the bottom lashes. The thing I don't like about this mascara is that it has fibers in it, so if you are wearing a contact lens wearer, the fibers will go into your contacts and you will tear like nobody's business. At least that's me. So yeah. The lipstick color I'm using here is from Colourpop. It's the Creme Luxe lipstick in the shade City Angels, or Angel City, I can't remember. And it's this pinky red shade. Actually, this particular shade does stain your lips, so for me, because I love lip tints and all that, so for me staining is no particular issue. But if you don't like that, you can just wear a lip liner underneath it. So it actually gives this very nice pop of pinky, reddy look to it. Very wearable, pinky red, yeah. And lastly, really lastly, you have to set it everything down with MAC Fix Plus. MAC Fix Plus takes away all of the powderiness and just makes it extra dewy, which I love. So yeah. So yeah, this is the final look. I forgot to film an outro, so yeah. Oh yes, this is the eyeshadow look. Oh yeah, very glam look. The skin, very second skin looking, and yeah, that's all. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.